Hi everyone. So I wanted to quickly go through my solution to assignment 2. And now, keep in mind, I've said this before, that there's always more than one way to skin the cat. There's always more than one way to solve a problem based on the analysis of that problem. Um, but keep in mind that this is the algorithm that we're going to use to eventually design our code. So whatever we come up with in this step of that process is going to determine what our end product is going to be in the higher level language. So let's take a quick look at at this code. And first and foremost, I want to stress once again that we are using a modular design, which means that you're going to have different modules in the code, beginning with the main module, and that main module will end, and then you will have submodules beneath. And I have a few submodules there, but let's see what's going on here. So I declare a few float variables that will contain the cost or the price for each of these components for the gaming computer, and I will give instruction to the user and explain what's going on with the code. That will display out to the user, and then the first submodule that I will call is going to be the choose case, which is going to be the case for that computer. So it's going to go from this point down to this choose case module. And notice that we are declaring a variable inside the module, and now this variable will only be used inside this module, because when the module is exited, that variable is going to go away, it's going to vanish. So again, it's going to write very clear instructions out to the user. That's very, very important, because if the user is sitting there, but he has no idea what's going on behind the scenes and what the computer is actually processing. So you have to be very clear of what direction you give the user. So this is saying enter A, B, or C based on these types of cases, and then it says make your selection by entering A, B, or C, and it will, at this point, at the input case choice, it will wait until that user inputs some data, and then once that's the entry is made, then it's going to go down to the case statement. It's going to take the value that is in case choice and compare that to these three options. And if it's A, it's going to set this float variable that was declared up in main case price to $89.99. If it's B, it's going to set that to $109.99. If it's C, it's going to set that to $239.99. And then if it's none of those, it's going to output to the user you've entered in, an invalid option. And it's going to end the case statement, and that's the end of that module. So it's going to go back up to this point and go down to the next module, and this is going to be the choose MOBO module, which is going to come down to this point, and again it's going to declare a character variable, give instruction out to the user, and say please make your selection by entering A, B, or C, and then it's going to wait for the user to make that to enter that choice, and it's going to set that variable, the MOBO price, to based on whatever input the user entered. Pardon me. And then once that process is done, it's going to exit that module once again and go back to this location and go to the next line for choose the CPU, which is here, and is going to once again declare the CPU choice variable as a character, give instruction to the user, and is going to instruct the user to make the selection, and hopefully your selection is spelled properly. Mine isn't. Choose A, B, or C, and then it's going to set the CPU price to the value according to the selection by the user, and then it's going to exit that module and go back up to this part in main, and then go to the next module, which is perform calculations, which is right here. And in this module, the only thing it's going to do is set the variable total price to the sum of the three values that we gathered in the three modules above it. And it's going to exit that, go back up to the top, and then call the display results module, go back down to the bottom and hit this module, and then it's going to display out to the user what the results of that, what the total cost of their machine is going to be. Now, notice that on each of these selections, I give the user the a choice of three different components for three different choices for each component. So I give them a choice for the case, a choice for the motherboard, and a choice for the CPU. And now you can go on with the operating system and graphics card and so on and so forth. But my point is that it's this is how I chose to do that. But the point is that this code was supposed to give the user the option to choose those different components, and there are a lot of people that did that, and a few that didn't. So perhaps the instructions weren't clear enough, and I'll have to modify those instructions. But anyway, so this is the solution that I came up with that code. So please take a look at that and compare that to what you have, and let me know if you have any questions. Thank you.